Guysuco is on its pathway to becoming a resilient and sustainable business. This requires employing strategies and developing a step-by-step pathway towards achieving the corporation's goals and objectives. Our new business model focuses on measuring our activities from an economic, social, and environmental perspective. In these three regards, Guysuco's contribution towards nationhood continues to be exponential. This week, we take you to Uitvlugt Estate, where our long-serving employees continue to restate their commitment to completing tasks. I am Linden Cave, and this is Guysuco Roundup. Please stay tuned for more Guysuco Roundup.
From the very land that gave sugar around the world the name Demerara comes the finest quality of cane sugar, Demerara Gold. Enjoy the real thing from the original source, the rich, fertile Demerara coastline where sugarcane has been harvested since the mid-17th century. The result is here for you to enjoy. Wherever this unique sugar flavor is needed, Demerara Gold is the ingredient that will always create a stir.
Thank you for staying with us on Guysuco Roundup. Let's join Georgiana Bola at this week's news desk.
Thank you, Linden. Hello, everyone. During the out of crop, there is much work being done in both the agriculture and factory departments of estates in readiness for the second crop.
So our out of crop, in a summary, is there to prepare our factory to start a new crop. With minimum of downtime, factory time loss, that is it, and best of results at the lowest possible cost.
In addition to sugarcane processing, our production centers at Albion, Blairmont and Uitvlugt are committed to advancing preparatory works to upkeep the drainage and irrigation infrastructure in the region. Like estate communities of the Demerara region, managers at Albion Estate are appreciative of the employees' experiences in the maintenance of systems in Region 6.
Apart from providing employment for residents, this community, we also provide support such as drainage. We at Albion Portman, we are presently overlooking the drainage at Providence, Rosal, Albion, Portman, and Skelden. So the entire Region 6, we are responsible for overlooking and supporting the NDIA operation, also to provide fresh water, more so during the dry spell, when we have salt water coming in from the Borbis River into the Kanji Creek. We would take in water from Borbis River into Turani Canal and keep flushing it down the Kanji. That would provide water not only for the sugar industry, but all the farmers in Region 6, including rice farmers, cash crop farmers, livestock farmers.
The restructuring of Guysuco, additional responsibility have been placed on Albion Estate relative to drainage and irrigation, the management of the pensioners within the Borbis region, as some amount of responsibility is still held for Rosal, and Skeldon, where we continue to monitor drainage and irrigation systems. We continue to look after the pensions or the pensioners in those closed or defunct estates. New business model for Guysuco speaks about the environment and the way we manage the environment. Drainage is an important aspect of that. Albion Estate would continue to play its part to have the estate and the community drained. With this regard, I would like to emphasize on residents within the drainage systems to ensure that they desist from placing unwanted material into the drainage system, which continues to be a problem for us, which causes undue damage to the drainage pumps that we have here.
Guysuco is expected to play a leading role in the Agri Tourism initiative that is unfolding. The first stakeholders meeting was conducted by the Ministry of Businesses, Department of Tourism, where officials of the corporation discussed proposals to chart the way forward in the establishment of an agri-tourism sector in Guyana. Confidence was built following the presentation by Director General of the Department of Tourism, Donald Sinclair, to the corporation last year.
We are looking to offer unique experiences. Community-based tourism is something that we want to focus on heavily. Adventure and nature, because we feel that that is what our landscape offers, that is what we can specialize in. You see, because we are a Caribbean country, but we have to distinguish our product from the Caribbean oil product, okay? Which is still basically a sun, sand, and sea, but they too are trying to diversify. Antigua, for example, will tell you, this is Antigua and Barbuda, where the beach is just the beginning, because they know that they've been, typecast as a beach place, right? Yeah. Wildlife, snakes and jaguars and so on and so on. I was in Japan last week telling them about our wildlife, and they're quite fascinated to learn that we have all these things. Right? Bird watching, of course, and conservation tourism, very important. Our goal is that our tourism be a sustainable one and that assists an agenda of conservation, for future generations and so on and so on. Culture, very important, and culinary. We like to say that, we're hospitable people. We see this sugar heritage as an important kind of direction for tourism development. Similarly for sports tourism. So the Department of Tourism is taking the lead in these areas. Now, let's go into the meat of it, sugar and heritage tourism. Those pictures there tell you much of the story, from the ship to the rum shop, right? Those who work in our sugar industry essentially are the descendants of persons who came on board ships from Africa and then from India. They're essentially the bulk of the workforce. Guysuco is getting into sugar as a tourism action, as a tourism attraction, for the possibilities of making it an income stream. So this is where the tourism establishment can collaborate with you. One, refining the itinerary, right? The tourism and Guysuco can collaborate in terms of presenting an itinerary that is appealing, attractive, and we think would keep visitors' interest high. Training of guides, very, very important. A tour could succeed or fail depending upon the quality of the guides there, right? Very often, some very technical people are used as guides. We respect their technical knowledge. We respect their expertise. But you have to remember that they are not speaking to sugar experts, right? They are not speaking to chemists and agriculturalists. Sometimes that will be the case. But you have to This is where the tour guide must understand his or her audience. Right? Who's coming today? Students from the fifth form, or people from a university, or persons who are in Guyana for a week and they want the sugar experience. So you must know how to pitch the thing. We can also give technical and financial support for related events. If Guysuco conceives of a cane festival, woo, we can assist. Right? And remember, the beauty about Guysuco is that sugar for centuries has been the backbone of the existence of the Caribbean.
Lots of people want to know how sugar is being made, how the sugar cane is grown, how the sugar is produced in the factory, extraction and all of that. Prior to now, we have been allowing lots of persons visiting the location just to see firsthand what's happening. So we thought, why not make it into a business? Because it is what we know. We have history, over 300 years of history, sugarcane production, sugar production. So we realized, or we found that there are lots of tour operators who are really keen on bringing people to see firsthand how the product is, or the end product. So you start with sugarcane planting the canes in the field, and your end product is sugar in the package, or now molasses in the bottle. So that's the part where, because of that, we also recognize that we are good at our production, planting cane, harvesting, making sugar. But where tourism is concerned, it's new to us. It's a new area we're venturing into. And so recently we have partnered with Department of Tourism to get the support, the training, whatever we need to take off into heritage tourism.
During the out of crop, our marketing and trade department continues to provide customers with sugar in bagged, packaged, and bulk forms. The Blairmont packaging facility has also packaged shipments of cuisine sugar for export to Trinidad, while a final shipment of Enmo crystals was made to the United States of America. Bottled molasses is also available for purchase. There is promise that countries of the Caribbean will be supplied this week with more shipments of our packaged sugar. In celebration of 43 years since the Guyana Sugar Corporation Incorporated was established on May 26 of 1976, interest is renewed and commitment spurred in our business ventures. Managers at the Uitvlugt Estate demonstrate renewed responsibilities in their open discourse in the reflection of the first crop.
At Uitvlugt Estate and under our current circumstances, we are working now with a private-public partnership whereby we plan on privatize our cultivation to a 60-40%. Whereby the farmers will contribute 60% of the sugarcane cultivation, of the sugarcane, while the estate itself would contribute 40%. That is present. First crop 2019 also saw us receiving a better TCS than ever, of which 9.85 was one of the best in a long period of time. But most of our problems lied with the delayed spring crop and also the downtime and out of cane period. So we are hoping that the second crop we could be able to start on time, reduce on factory downtime and out of cane. And some of the things that we as the field department plan on doing is to encourage workers to turn out in numbers that move or that would require moving from a percent turnout to 80 to 85% turnout daily, and improvement in our point weight from 6.1 to 6.5 to 7 ton points, which would encourage the grinding rate for the factory.
We know that we had challenging times, but we are always overcome those challenges so that we could be a resilient corporation. First, let me give you a brief of our end-of-year maintenance, which aid in us being successful for Forest Crop 2019. For the Forest Crop 2019, we achieved our budgeted sugar target of 7,397. We did make 100 tons in excess, and that is not official yet until we have our final audit. We did ground less canes. We budgeted to ground 94,107 tons, but we ground 83,543 tons. However, because our TCTS was better, we budgeted 12.7, and we did 11.26, which helped us to achieve our target.
To the workforce out there, I say to them, please remember, your loved ones are expecting you home. They would have eagerly sending you off in the morning and expect you to return safely and one that will enable them to better their lives for the next day. Please ensure that safety be your hallmark to do. Please ensure that the working environment you are operating under is one that you are able to control and go back home safely. I look forward for the out-crop period to be one where we can continue to maximize our performance. And further, I look forward for 2019, the year and the second half, one that we can all be proud of and see for the turnaround of Uitvlugt Estate.
Employees within the agriculture, factory, and administration departments of the estates are meanwhile motivated to pledge their commitment to tasks.
I'm Joylyn Bagat, ex-apprentice, 90 entry. I'm working with Uitvlugt Estate for 25 years. As for the 25 years I'm here, I've learned a lot, meet a lot of people. I've been awarded runner-up for 3 years, champion runner-up for 3 years at this estate. It is nice being here as a worker. Can't complain. At times we get ups and downs, but we go through it as normal life. Okay, because this is my life, this is my second home. So I care a lot about the estate. This is my second home. It's all, guys, it's all I know about work. I know nowhere else more about work. More than home, Guysuco, nothing more. The crop was very good. We achieved 4 days pay. So we get a lot of money in our hand. Can't complain. But we're looking forward for better crop, big crop. I joined Guysuco the 5th of July 1988 as an apprentice. I've been there for all my life, all my working life. I work with Guysuco. You know what, this is where I work from apprentice, from 16 plus, come with Guysuco, and this is where I work all the time. So everything you know about your working life is Guysuco.
Because I meet with my colleagues are very cooperative. We interact. And with my experience, I know that we work as a team.
Because I'm the employment clerk, so they have to come to me for majority of the things that they would need. And it's okay working here because my colleagues, they are very nice to me, so they make it easy to work here. I have 2 small children and it's convenient for me. I have easy access, getting to them in case anything should happen.
Well, my job is at the NIS desk, so I want to know that we've been around for a long time. For my part, to help Guysuco to be around for a longer period, I would help the workers fill out their forms, NIS forms, correctly, and make sure I submit it to NIS office within 14 days, and ensure that their payments and everything is up to date.
It's got to be 20 years.
And how you find your 20 years here?
Not too bad. Sometimes it can be challenging, but nevertheless, I was able to overcome many of the challenges so as to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish, especially with regards to my job.
So what do you do?
By trade, or I'm employed as a plumber. But when you come into the industry, you assist in other duties as your time permits, and so that you can, in that way you learn many other things.
All right, so right now this is a very special time for Guysuco because we just celebrated on Independence Day. We celebrated our 43rd anniversary as a company. So having worked here for the last close to 20 years, what does that mean for you?
Well, it means a lot because for that time I was able to support my family. I've known in the past, for the past 23 years or so, others have supported their families by means of Guysuco. So it's very good, and the industry serves its purpose and its goal. I don't need to worry. We just have to be optimistic about what is to happen, and we hope for the best.
I can say I born in sugar because my parents, I come and meet them working with Guysuco. My father attained the position as an assistant field manager. So I am in sugar since before I was born. So I can tell people that come with the cooperation, you have nothing to lose. The fellow workers change the mindset, change the way they go about doing things. Guysuco can go a long way. Probably the next 45 years or the next 50 years, the next 60 years. Workers on the whole just got to change their mindset and go about doing the job that they have been told to do. And at least we have to still focus on safety. We have to make sure that we work safe. And at all time, as a foreman for this workshop, when I came in the morning, I gave them a little talk about safety, make sure they work safe with the jobs that they tend to do. And at the end of the day, you leave home safe, you come here without any injury, and we expect that when you go home back, you return home back to your family, your loved ones safely. So at all time, we just keep preaching safety within Guysuco.
And let we continue grind good, and when we achieve we target every crop, so we could get successful crop. And so far that we could keep the estate going, we got to achieve our sugar for the next crop. Also we're looking forward for every week they pay, so everybody we get a money packet, they feel proud about it after a long time. So far, let we keep up good works, and we gotta cooperate and work together, everybody, for achieve our day pay, our sugar, 7,000 something ton of sugar we make with the target.
I've started to work in the year 1981, to be exact, the 23rd of April 1981. So I've been with the corporation for the past 38 years. I have worked in almost all the areas pertaining to field. I'm presently in charge of the mill dock operation and the bell loading operation. My work day actually begins around 5 o'clock and it concludes just after 6. in the afternoon. Over the years, I've seen a great transformation from the time that I have started to present.
In 1986, I started a Creole gang. I started fertilized cane. And from fertilizer, I think I spent 3 years, and from fertilizer I moved to Middlelock. As a bale and clean, that time we hadn't dump, you used to bale and clean pond. It's spade. And from there you move to chain by, from chain by you move to the operator. From there I achieved to labor, from labor reach to the cane transport to the last place. Improving a lot, we improving at the field, the factory. We improving a lot. If you go in the background, I'll show you going in the background. And Mr. Cloud will get a boat for you. You know, anyway you see bush, you take out the picture. You see a cane, you see. Cane all around. Me and mine board, me not get grass seed for care for the board. Because you see a cane. We are clean. We have no complaint about the background. That punishment a lot in the years them back. But if you can't bear, you can't stay. You got to bear. If you bear, you go get good thing, man. And good things coming all the time. Because if good things are coming, you go there. We seeing good things coming. And we hope for 2020.
Even better things.
Yeah, we go get better things, man. And we getting out better things next crop. We go give them better things. And so long you give them, they go give you back something better.
That's news from around the sugar belt for this week.